I want to stay here forever. I love Paris. We are in Paris! It's chilly, it's cold, but we are here. Bonjour! We're gonna go get a coffee at a little cafe or a bakery or something and go exploring today. So, bringing you guys along, let's go see what we can get into today in Paris. First stop, that lovely bakery for some coffee and pastries. I've been looking forward to this for so long. There's nothing like a freshly baked croissant and a rich coffee to start your day off in Paris. I love the atmosphere here, the smell of butter, chatter of locals, the windows looking out into the cobblestone streets. And tip, if you go before 10 a.m., you'll beat the main crowd and you can pick a spot near the window, slowly sip your coffee, and people watch. It's the best part of the Paris charm. Just being in Paris is such a dream. Now it's time to hop on the metro. Paris has great public transportation. The system is so efficient and super easy once you figure it out. You can buy single day tickets, but if you're staying a few days, the multi-day pass is the best deal. We got the 5-day pass and it covers everything: metro, buses, trams. You just tap and go without worrying about buying new tickets every single day, and it was honestly the easiest for our family and it worked out the best. You can grab it right at the metro station, and yes, they have English options on the kiosks. It saves time, it saves money, and you can explore the whole city. All right, tickets are sorted, and let's go see the most iconic spots in Paris. We were looking for something to do indoors because honestly, on this day, the weather was against us. It was cold, it was rainy, it was windy, the whole deal. But even with the bad weather, we still wanted to see something iconic, and we headed straight to the Notre-Dame de Paris. And wow, even in the rain, this place is breathtaking. You've seen it in photos, you've seen it in movies, but standing in front of it feels so unreal. The Notre Dame is one of the most famous churches in the entire world. Construction on the Notre Dame started almost 900 years ago, and it took nearly 200 years to finish. It's one of the best examples of Gothic architecture that you will see. The pointed arches, tall towers, it's super dramatic and very, very detailed. Entry to the main cathedral is completely free, and you can reserve a free timed entry ticket online to skip the long lines. If you don't reserve a ticket, you can wait in the regular line, but just be aware, it can get very, very long. We got lucky on this day, but I think that was because the weather was so bad. We only waited about 10 to 15 minutes and the line continuously moved, but I have heard that people wait up to hours to get into the cathedral. A fun fact is that the Notre Dame became even more famous after Victor Hugo's book, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, written in 1831. The book actually helped save the cathedral. It inspired a huge restoration. The building had been neglected and run down, and with the new popularity, it inspired them to restore the building. The Notre Dame is literally so beautiful, so stunning. I cannot believe that we are here. I cannot believe I'm seeing this with my own eyes. And if you've dreamed of coming here, I hope you make it here one day. It is worth everything to be here. It's so gorgeous, and Paris, I'm in love. I'm in love. Like, how do you not fall in love with Paris? Tell me that. Looking for more indoor things to do, we found the Europea experience. It's central in Paris, it's free, it's an interactive museum all about the European Union. It's perfect if you're curious how Europe works and want a fun learning experience while staying dry. Inside, you'll find an interactive exhibit that explains how the EU makes decisions, how countries cooperate, and how policies affect daily life. There's even a 360-degree cinema that immerses you in Europe's history and culture. While we were there, they had a special temporary exhibit on fashion and sustainability. It showed how European designers are creating eco-friendly clothing. Super interesting if you care about style and the planet. All day of exploring, we've really worked up an appetite, and we found C. Como right next to the Boulevard St. Michael. It's super small, you can only sit at the counter, but the food was so good and the prices were very reasonable for Paris. They are a Japanese restaurant with sushi that's made with quality ingredients, freshest fish. The portion sizing is perfect. We got a few things and we shared it, and it was honestly so delicious. Bonjour! Today we are going to the Eiffel Tower. I can see the Eiffel Tower right now behind me from our hotel, and it is just a dream. We're staying at the Eclos Paris, and it's a budget hotel. It's rather inexpensive compared to the rest of Paris, but it is so nice. We've got our timed entry tickets for the Eiffel Tower. You can get those through Get Your Guide. I will leave a little QR code right here and also a link down below so you guys can get your tickets, or you can buy them straight from the Eiffel Tower website. Either one works, but Get Your Guide is a reliable source for any of your excursions worldwide. So that will be linked down below. First, we're gonna go to a little cafe, grab a coffee and a pastry. We also got the 5-day pass for transportation, so buses, trains, all that are included. So we're gonna take, I think, a bus and the metro to get to the Eiffel Tower from where we're at. So let's get into this. It's so fun, we're in Paris.
Of course, we took public transportation because honestly, it's the easiest way to get around Paris. We hopped on the metro, then switched to a bus and let Google Maps guide us step by step. It makes navigating the city so simple, even if it's your first time here like us.
We made it to the Eiffel Tower and I can't even believe it. It's so emotional being here because I never even dreamed that I would make it someplace like this. It's just so beautiful in person, and if you have wanted to come here and have been dreaming of coming here, I hope you make it one day, because we're gonna go in the Eiffel Tower and I'm gonna bring you with me.
Here's a quick tip for visiting the Eiffel Tower. Pre-book your tickets. They have timed entry tickets which help you skip the long lines. You can buy your tickets directly on the Eiffel Tower website or through trusted platforms like Get Your Guide, which is what we did. There are so many different options for going inside the Eiffel Tower. There's stairs to the second platform, which is what we opted for. This is the cheapest option and it's a great workout getting up there. There's also an elevator to the second platform, which is more expensive, but easier if you don't want to climb. There's also summit tickets all the way to the top, which are quite a bit pricier and sometimes require reservations far in advance.
This walk is no joke because there's a lot of stairs and we're not very far up and I'm pretty winded. So keep that in mind. But the tickets are way, 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 way cheaper if you walk up the stairs versus taking the elevator, and consider it your workout for the day.
Wow, we made it to the platforms and the views up here are absolutely breathtaking. You can see all of Paris stretching out in every direction. On the first and second platform, there's a lot to do. There's food and drink stands. I loved seeing so many people grabbing a glass of champagne to celebrate making it all the way up there. It feels like such a special accomplishment and something you'll never forget. There's also gift shops with souvenirs, postcards, and little Eiffel Tower keepsakes. And of course, plenty of observation areas to take photos and soak in the city from above. Tip: you can spend as long as you want up here. Don't rush, walk around, enjoy the views, maybe have a toast of champagne, take it all in, because this is an experience you'll never forget. After making your way back down, the base of the Eiffel Tower is just as magical. There are wide walking paths, green lawns, and fountains, the perfect spot to sit, relax, and soak up the beauty. Tip: take a few minutes and wander the Champ de Mars gardens because the tower looks completely different from the ground. And hot take, from my opinion, I think it looks prettier from the ground, but the views up top, you've got to see those too. They're just exquisite. Every angle from down below is a perfect photo op. Enjoy the fountains and even watch people celebrating and taking in the view. People watching below the Eiffel Tower is just magical and so much fun. It's a peaceful way to end your visit to the Eiffel Tower.
I still just can't get over the fact that we are in Paris. This is absolutely amazing. We are having the best time. My kids love it. We love it.
Today we planned on visiting the Louvre, but unfortunately tickets were sold out. But no worries, we still had so much fun soaking it all up from the outside and exploring everything there was around there. So come along with us and I'm going to show you. The Louvre courtyard is stunning. Even if you can't go inside, the architecture here is incredible. The stonework, the arches, the symmetry, it's just absolutely breathtaking. One of our favorite spots was the large archway which frames the courtyard beautifully. Walking around here, you really feel the history. It really is so grand and so iconic, even just from the outside. Right next to the Louvre is a lovely garden with bushes trimmed into shapes that look kind of like a maze. It's fun for kids to explore and peaceful for adults to take in the scenery. Even if you can't go inside the Louvre, the courtyard and the gardens are free and a great way to enjoy the area. If you want to guarantee your entry into the Louvre, make sure you book your tickets in advance. I recommend using Get Your Guide. It's easy, reliable, and helps you avoid sold out days like we hit today. I'll put a QR code right here on the screen, and I always have links in the description. Get Your Guide is a reliable source, an easy way to get tickets worldwide. Nearby, there's a magical playground and carousel. The carousel is beautiful. It's a classic Parisian style and so much fun for the kids. The tickets are available for purchase right there on site, and we absolutely loved it. There's nothing like it. The music, the lights, spinning, it's truly magical in this beautiful Parisian park, and it's something I will never forget doing with my kids. After all that exploring, we were so hungry, so we hopped on the metro and we found a little spot called Shanlai. It's a little Chinese food spot nearby that was so delicious, fresh, flavorful, and very reasonably priced for Paris. I love finding these little hidden gems. As we came out, the rain had just stopped, and it was so beautiful, so magical. I love the way the raindrops were glistening, the lights were just glaring off the puddles, and the flower shops were just magical to walk by. We are going thrifting today, so let's go! Being in Paris is really fun and so unique. One of our favorite shops was Retro, located in the second arrondissement of Paris. This was an airy, organized, packed vintage store that had so many hidden gems. My son got a vintage Nike hat, and it is his favorite hat ever. As a full-time travel family, we don't have a lot of space for a lot of things, so this was all we got. But my goodness, if I was here on a vacation, I would bring an extra suitcase just to bring all these vintage finds home because there was so many. We also explored another thrifting hotspot in the neighborhood of Marais. It is packed with vintage secondhand stores, perfect for wandering, finding cool finds, and just soaking up the treasure and the authenticity of Paris. I cannot get over how many budget-friendly, amazing finds there were in this place. Oh, it was just a thrifter's dream. And then, of course, we had to go over to see the iconic mall with the glass dome. It was absolutely stunning. I cannot get over how beautiful the galleries of Lafayette are, but we're not much of a mall shopping family, so we literally just went in to soak up the views and get on out of there. Kids really wanted McDonald's, but to be honest, this was the most expensive and mediocre McDonald's I have ever had, but we tried it. The fries were okay, the kids were happy, and we moved on. We're back at the hotel after exploring. We went to the grocery store, so I'm gonna show you what we got. I got one of these, I'm probably gonna butcher the way you say it, but crocu? I don't know how you say it. But basically they're like a cheese sandwich that has like sometimes ham in it. I've had one with chicken. I'm obsessed with these. I've gotten them at bakeries. I've gotten them at the grocery store. They are so good and very affordable. And then Matthew picked out for us this like pasta salad dish. And then he also got for himself this like chicken wrap that looks really good. He wanted these little desserts. This is a protein plus like yogurt. And then I got an Oreo cheesecake. I'm so excited. And I don't know if you guys have noticed in this vlog, we have switched hotels like so many times. So first we were staying at the Eclos Paris, which was that super cute one that's a more budget friendly hotel. And then when we canceled our Disneyland Paris trip, we had 2 nights we needed to book, and we could not stay at the Eclos Paris 2 more nights because it was already booked up. So we are at the Courtyard Marriott, and it's really nice. This is a nice courtyard. And then also because Matthew had his race package came with another hotel, so we had one night at this
Ocean Hotel, it was called. And that one was super fancy with a pool, so the kids were like swimming in the pool and all that. But we had that one at the same time as the Eclo. So we did like a girls' night, boys' night. My daughter and I stayed at the Eclo while my son and husband stayed at, I forget what the hotel's called. I'll leave it, all the hotels linked down below so you guys can book them if you want, because they were all amazing. I've been super happy with all of the hotels we've stayed at, and we are obsessed with Paris. We want to come back again. We're already thinking about the next time we can come back. Everything I've heard about Paris negative, I have not experienced, so I love it here. I don't know how anyone could not love it here. It is amazing. A little pricey, I guess that's the only downside, but Paris. We're in Paris, France. Like, you expect it to be pricey. So we're gonna eat this food and then I'll see you guys tomorrow. It's our last full day in Paris, and we promised my son we would take him to a skate park. So we're heading over to the skate park. We want to see the Eiffel Tower again. We want to go to dinner tonight. We've got some plans, so let's go enjoy our last day in Paris. So we stopped at this little bakery, and if you're looking for a way to save money in Paris, buy your lunch at the bakery. This was 5 something euro, and look at how big it is. It's huge. It's got so much chicken in it. It looks delicious. They have like the best lunch food at the bakeries, and it's very, very affordable. So I'm super excited to eat this. And it's always good. It always hits right.
There's something so iconic about skateboarding in Paris. It felt like we were in a movie, and a great way for my son to burn off some energy before we spent the rest of the day exploring. How cool is this? He gets to say that he went to a skate park in Paris. And there was actually quite a few of them. I was pretty surprised by that and also really excited. Next up, we went to Luxembourg Garden, which was such an amazing spot. Honestly, it's one of the most magical places in all of Paris. It's in the 6th arrondissement, and it's so big and so beautiful. There's a large pond where kids can rent little wooden sailboats and push them around. It's such a sweet, classic Parisian experience. You just pay a small fee and then watch the joy light up on the children's faces. It is priceless. The garden also has a playground, tennis courts, walking paths, and a charming old carousel. The whole place feels romantic and peaceful. I could seriously spend an entire day here, just people watching, relaxing, and soaking up the Paris atmosphere. The garden itself is free to enter, but bring a little bit of cash for the boats or the carousel. It's a perfect family stop or even just a cozy date night spot. I can't even believe how romantic this park was. Again, we've worked up quite an appetite, and we could not leave Paris without getting some French food. So we went to Bouillon, one of those traditional Paris restaurants that's both delicious and affordable because we are on a budget. We didn't have reservations, but we went early and waited about 30 minutes for a table. They do take reservations, and they also offer takeaway. But if you're coming during prime dinner time, I highly recommend getting a reservation. We ordered the steak frites, the salmon, the escargot, and of course dessert. Everything was great, but the escargot and the dessert were absolutely the stars of the show, and this was my first time having escargot. Bouillon is a fantastic way to enjoy real French dining without spending too much. When we left, the line outside was very long, so going early definitely paid off, but if you can grab a reservation, I highly recommend. We couldn't leave Paris without seeing the Eiffel Tower one last time. Seeing it at night is pure magic. The lights sparkle, the air feels alive. It's such a beautiful reminder of how special this city truly is.
I have to come back here again because this is the most beautiful city I've ever been to in my entire life. I love Paris. I love, 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 love Paris.
Paris, you were truly a dream come true. From the iconic landmarks to the hidden gems, every moment was pure magic. We're a full-time travel family of four, exploring the world one adventure at a time, creating memories, chasing sunsets, and showing our kids just how big and beautiful the planet really is. Thank you so much for watching and coming along with us through Paris. Your support, every like, every comment, every share, and subscription means so much to us and truly helps us keep doing what we love. Now it's time for the next adventure. We can't wait to show you where we're headed next. So make sure you're following, hit that subscribe button, join our little travel family as we continue to explore the world together. Thank you so much. I love you for making it to the end, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.